Which of these signs means you must travel in the direction of the arrow? You are about to overtake when you see this sign. You should delay overtaking until the intersection is passed. This traffic sign means no through road.
When is vehicle A permitted to overtake vehicle B? Only when the road ahead is clear.
When an emergency vehicle has its red and blue lights flashing, drivers must give way by keeping to the right side of the road, reducing speed and stopping if necessary, intentionally pushing in or blocking other drivers, signalling to turn or change direction is an unacceptable driving behaviour. You enter the tram box junction and a small part of your vehicle blocks the red shaded area. It means you are committing an offence.
What does this sign mean? Intersection with undivided road and two-way traffic ahead.
Which sign warns of left-hand lane closed ahead?
This sign indicates that this road, or a portion of this road, may not be used by other road users.
You are driving vehicle A. What should you do as you enter the freeway? Adjust your speed to match the freeway traffic.
Interrupting the tram movement carries heavy penalty, including maximum AED 30,000 fines and licence impounding. In an open highway, it can be dangerous when overtaking a heavy truck due to strong winds,
Drivers using mobile phones commit mistakes in judgment.
Why should drivers be more careful when driving near pedestrians? Some pedestrians may have impaired hearing or vision.
Driving in a safe manner can be done by all drivers if they decide to. Can be done by all drivers if they decide to.
If your vehicle breaks down on the road, think of your safety and do not stand in front of your vehicle. It is not safe to use a mobile phone while driving, even with hands-free kit, because this reduces the driver's concentration from the driving task. If the traffic signal is red, emergency vehicles may cross and proceed after a brief stop. Give way by moving to the left or right without crossing the red signal. In case of collision, those involved must find a safest place immediately. Which safety system is designed to support drivers keep within recommended speed limits? Intelligent speed assistance.
If you must drive through a flood, it is best to engage low gear, low speed, rev the engine while slipping the clutch. Engage low gear, low speed, rev the engine while slipping the clutch.
If you are frequently tailgating other drivers, this may increase the risk of a crash. In the event of a collision, the colour of the accident report means following. Pink is issued to the driver at fault.
What does this sign mean? Intersection ahead.
When approaching a pedestrian crossing, drivers must stop and give way to pedestrians.
You are driving vehicle A. You must give way to both the pedestrian and the motorcycle.
Driving at lower engine speeds means lower emissions. It is a good demonstration of eco-friendly driving habit and results to fuel economy.
If you are driving a pickup truck, you should cover your load to stop it moving around.
After passing this sign, which sign are you likely to see next?
This helps to reduce your stress while driving. Planning your trip in advance. What is the main reason for driving more slowly during nighttime? Pedestrians are harder to see, especially those wearing dark clothing.
The yellow solid line on the road means overtaking is prohibited.
You are driving vehicle A. How should you complete your turn? You should enter the intersection slowly and give way to the pedestrian.
Since you are driving for a short distance, there is a need to wear a seatbelt. When leaving the freeway, it is important to be in the correct lane well before the exit. If your vehicle breaks down on the road, make sure other drivers can see you and use your hazard lights or lift your bonnet. Use the drive mode feature of the Dubai Police app to drive smart by knowing what's happening on the roads so that the seatbelt can provide best protection it is designed for. It must be firmly adjusted and must be worn properly. As you enter the freeway, it is important to time your merge so that you do not cause other vehicles to alter their path or speed. The green car is indicating to turn left. What should be the correct behaviour to stay safe? The car's position should be on the left lane. Inside the Dubai Police app, how many categories of services can be found? Five.
Which of the following will make you a more dangerous driver? Drinking alcohol and also taking certain medicines. You are driving vehicle A. Which vehicles are in your blind spot? Vehicle B and the motorcycle rider.
At roundabouts, emergency vehicles enter cautiously, then proceed. Help give way by not entering the roundabout. You are driving a fully loaded SUV and you encounter this sign. What should you consider before proceeding? The width of your vehicle. If an emergency vehicle is trying to cross a red signal, what should other vehicles with green signal do? Vehicles facing green signal must stop completely and wait.
Looking at the diagram, if vehicle A stops now, vehicle B may crash into it. How could the risk of a crash like this be avoided? Both vehicles need to travel at a speed that will allow them to stop safely at an intersection.
How does a seatbelt keep you safe in case of a crash? Seatbelts hold you securely in place. Ideally, children should ride in the back seat of a vehicle until 10 years old.
What does this sign mean? Lane closed to traffic. Which vehicles must give way? Vehicles A and C.
Rumble strips are meant to warn drivers of approaching hazard. The time you look for a name to call in your mobile phone. May result in a serious crash.
What does this sign mean? Crosswinds ahead. Select the sign which indicate that the cyclist must get off their bicycle.
You are driving vehicle A. What can you do to make it safer to cross the intersection? Make eye contact with the other driver to get an idea of what vehicle B will do. You are dazzled by the lights of an oncoming vehicle. You should slow down and move to the right if safe to do so.
The picture shows a red traffic light. This means you must stop.
In case of congestions, look out for emergency vehicles that will use the road shoulders, if any. Safely deal with heavy trucks on the road by not driving on its blind spot continuously. Before making a turn or changing lane, it is important to signal your intention for a reasonable time.
This traffic sign means left lane closed ahead, be in the correct lane.
You were travelling on the freeway and you missed your exit. What is the best thing to do? Drive on and look for the next exit.
Which vehicle must give way? Vehicle B.
Your car is equipped with an airbag. Why do you still need to wear a seatbelt? Because airbag does not replace the seatbelt. You may cause tension or cause other drivers to be distracted by doing this. Following too closely or tailgating.
The lines in this picture show when you can overtake.
This sign indicates that the lane is reserved for cyclists. Children are naturally playful and carefree, so when driving near them, it is important to be able to give way or stop if necessary.
You are driving vehicle A along a narrow road. How should your driving be? Slower, ready for any hidden hazards.
What does this sign mean? Electric cars charging only. Throwing waste from vehicles onto the roads is an offence. It is also dangerous because any debris on the road that drivers run over or avoid can cause chain collision to happen. If you are trying to report a traffic accident using the Dubai Police app, what safety message will you see on the app? Move to safe location. Do not obstruct traffic. When driving close to a loaded truck, why should you avoid stopping suddenly in front of it?
Which vehicle should signal to leave the roundabout if practical? Both Vehicle A and Vehicle B.
Which sign means a U-turn is not permitted? Most traffic violations, like beating the red light, are usually caused by bad attitude of the driver.
If you are involved in a collision, turn your hazard lights on and exit the vehicle. Through the doors away from live traffic. In case of collision, those involved are required to notify the police within 6 hours of the collision.
Which sign identifies and marks a physical hazard?
You are driving Vehicle A and want to overtake Vehicle B. What should you do? Wait for Vehicle B to move to the right lane and then overtake on the left.
As a sensible and responsible driver on the road, avoid doing this to truck drivers. Blasting your horn with intention to force the driver to drive faster. If a conventional cruise control is engaged on cruising mode, it may be disengaged by stepping on the brakes.
When parking your vehicle, it is important not to park at these areas: entrances and exits to houses, parking areas and schools.
Multiple regulatory high visibility signs. You will find this at the entrance of the tunnel.
When driving and using mobile phones, drivers react slower than usual. Which sign will be circular with a blue background? Keep right.
Which group of traffic signs tell drivers of prohibited actions? Prohibitory signs.
Which of these signs warns you of hazards ahead?
This group of vulnerable road users are not yet able to judge the speed of the vehicles. School children. At the beginning of the neighbourhood, you may encounter this sign. What should you do? Lower speed, watch out for hazards. To properly wear a seatbelt, it must not be twisted and must restrain only one occupant. When on freeway, never travel on the leftmost lane except when overtaking.
When must you drive with your headlights and tail lights on? Between sunset and sunrise, and when the weather conditions reduce visibility. You are the driver of vehicle A. You are parked and about to enter the stream of traffic. You must give way to both the bike rider and vehicle B. Pedestrians are using pedestrian lights to cross the road you're turning into. When must you give way to the pedestrians? Always.
How does wearing a seatbelt prevent injury or death during severe accidents? Vehicle occupants are restrained in their place by seatbelt. If you are following a motorcycle, this is dangerous and should be avoided. Tailgating, which may intimidate the rider and may result to loss of control. Driving near or alongside a school bus, why should you give due consideration to the school bus driver? To avoid any sudden actions that can startle the school bus driver,